Right now onto something that has been around for a while. Founded and created in 1983, this tool has become the firm favorite of millions of people around the world. It has captured audiences, and it is also, I think a tool that is going to be used by people like MacGyver, Jason Bourne, even James Bond would grab to it to get themselves out of sticky situations, and it definitely does not need any introduction. I'm talking, of course, about the Leatherman. It has been around since 1983. This morning we have Tim Leatherman himself, the creator of the pocket knife and the pocket survival tool, with us. That, from what I understand, came out of an idea out of a pair of pliers.
Actually, it came when my wife and I took a budget trip to Europe 40 years ago, and I was carrying a pocket knife, but I often needed pliers.
And that's where the idea came from. Tim, great to have you here this morning. Like I mentioned, it really has captured a large audience all around the world, being, I think, safe to say some people would regard it as their favorite tool, a piece of equipment that they have with them. And I think a lot of people can connect with the tool as well on a personal level with it. So what are some of those stories, I think, that you've heard over the almost 33 years of the tool's existence?
Well, we have quite a few African and South African connections. The Leatherman tool has been used to save airplanes from crashing in Alaska and Botswana. It was used in South Africa. It stopped a bullet when a hunter's mate accidentally shot him.
Wow.
It's been used by a South African who rode a motorcycle all the way to the Middle East and back and had problems with his clutch and was able to fix it. It was used to save a sable that was caught in a snare. Leatherman tool cut the snare, the animal was saved.
Wow, there are some really incredible stories. You're down here in South Africa at the moment. You're just connecting with consumers, getting some ideas. How's the trip been, and what are some of the interesting ideas that you've received going forward?
It's been a great to be here in South Africa. I was at the Napo at the Farmers Show. I got a lot of suggestions there from the farmers. They really use the tool. They actually use it beyond its capability quite often.
Only in South Africa, man.
Yes.
So what are some of those, what did they suggest to you? What would they like to see added onto the tool?
They'd like to see it be able to turn and twist your high-strength wire more easily. Okay. And that's an example.
Yeah, definitely. Just for putting up those fences. But we're talking about the future, and this brand is going to be around for a long while still. What are some of the plans that you do have for the Leatherman? Taking into account that we do live in a digital era as well. We
like the Leatherman to always be relevant to whatever the needs are at the moment. So if in the future, instead of cutting a material with a blade, it needs to be cut with a laser, then we'd want to have a laser in our Leatherman tool.
I can't see why not. Tim, thank you.
Also, as far as the smartphone is a wonderful item for digital, but there's always going to be an analog world. There's always going to be real life. And the Leatherman tool, I think, will always be there.
Yeah, right. Well, what about something like a bit of a charger in there to help charge your phone whilst you're on the go, because you always carry this with you?
Actually, if we're going to put electronics in our tool, the thing I'd most like to have is an emergency beacon. Right. If you can get it small enough and compact enough that you get in trouble, it would send a beacon that you are in trouble and would give your location.
I think that's fantastic. Tim, thank you so much, I think, for supplying us with all these years with an incredible survival tool. And joining us on the Expresso Morning Show this morning, and good luck with the rest of your stay in South Africa.
Thank you, Ian. My pleasure.
Yeah, well, we've got some great news for you this morning. We've got a Leatherman wingman that we would like to give away to one lucky viewer. It is signed by the man himself as well. So if you want to get your hands on this beautiful piece of tool, all you need to do is SMS the keyword COMP plus your name and city to 33728. There's COMP, your name and city to 33728. SMSs cost R1.50, and also keep in mind no free bundle SMSs apply. The competition will end at the end of the show today, 8:30, and those T's and C's do apply. You can find them on our website, expressoshow.com. But the last details, COMP, your name and city to 33728.